check how this looks and then we'll continue on?
Just go. It's all good. You look good.
I want to just see how...
It's not going to change anything. It's all good.
Hey guys, it's Leila from Ignite and I'm here with Jonny.
Hey guys.
And in today's clip, we're going to speak about how to approach your final year of high school.
That's right guys, but before we get started, please make sure you like and subscribe to the channel, click the bell so you're notified of whenever we have new videos released, and also check out ignitehsc.com.au for our most comprehensive HSC resources.
That's right.
So today we're going to be looking at this approach, this mindset that you should adopt, or that at least we tried to adopt when we were in our final year of school, when we were completing the HSC. And I think one of the big balances that you want to strike when you go into year 12 is having an all-in mentality, being 100% pot committed into your studies, into making the most of this final year, because things do weigh on your results a little bit, especially if you're trying to get into university, trying to pursue a more academic path later on. Those results are going to matter. And also, if you're not striving for that very high outcome, for that very high mark, you can at least approach the HSC with very serious intent, because you know that working hard sets up a very good value, a very good discipline for you later on. That precedent set where you know how to work hard for something, and that will translate later in life to whatever you want to achieve. Now that's the all-in mentality. The other side of the balance is actually enjoying your last year. Year 12 is actually a really enjoyable year. Leila and I had a lot of fun when we were in year 12, and whilst we did work very hard at our studies, whilst we certainly dedicated a lot of time to the books and made sacrifices, not going out at times when things were on, we still made sure we balanced that with our social life, with having fun, with getting involved in school activities, with doing things such as sport and co-curricular, with going to parties every now and then. I mean, I can only speak for myself on that one. But we had a lot of fun and we enjoyed it. It's a very social time, and it should be a social time. It's not just about going in by yourself on this solo mission. It's a collaborative effort, which it really is in terms of when you look at how the results are even structured. You are submitting as a cohort and you want to make the most of that collaborative task. So I think to start off this talk, I just want to say you want to try and get a balance between approaching your studies with an all-in mindset, but that's not to the exclusion. That is not mutually exclusive with enjoying the time that you're not studying. So allow for a lot of time to do your studies, and that can be commensurate with your goals for the year. So if you're trying to get a very high mark, you will allocate more time to study. But make sure you carve out time for social activity, for sports, for interacting with your peers. That was really crucial. Having full Saturdays, for instance, where I really didn't do any work. I might have done a little bit of maths, an hour or two in the morning, and then the whole day was at school sport, enjoying that atmosphere, enjoying the school spirit. Those moments are very memorable to me still now, years and years later, right? Not that we're that old, but I still think back to them all the time. I think about when I was involved in sport. I think about school trips that I did, including in year 12, little retreats that we did, which were very fun and rewarding. And they're some of my fondest memories. So strike the balance between working hard, all-in mindset. You may as well, it's your last year of school. You'll never really work harder than this in your life towards a particular academic goal, most likely. Because at uni, it's far more self-governed, it's a bit more spaced out, it's a bit more flexible, so you may as well give it your all. And there's an incredible self-esteem, that's the point I wanted to make earlier as well, that comes with that when you actually invest a lot of effort, energy, time, and you really try at something and hit your goals. Not even really about hitting your goals in terms of the outcome, but in terms of knowing that you gave it your all, irrespective of what the outcome is, right? So make sure that you commit to that process, because that is going to allow for a very incredible feeling of satisfaction and fulfillment. I feel very satisfied when I finished my exams before I got any results. Nothing to do with results. It's great when you see a mark that you like, but what's actually not that satisfying is when you still get a good mark, but you know deep down you didn't really try your best and you could have done better. That's the worst feeling, and you don't want to have that. So that's the balance that I would look to achieve, and that I hope that all of you watching will strive to achieve. What do you think, Lails?
I mean, look, Jonny kind of extended on a lot of points there.
Spoke too long.
But that's okay. I'm happy to listen, and I've learned a bit myself. But I think what I would add to that is maybe the practical insight. Okay, so it's one thing to say, yep, have that balance, play Saturday sport, and to do all of these wonderful things. One thing that I do with my students is I sit down with them and we talk about, okay, well, what are your actual commitments on a day-to-day basis? And actually working down to the finer things, like how much time do you spend commuting, right, every day to go to school? How much sleep time do you need every day? What responsibilities do you maybe have around your house? What are your working commitments? Because I know a lot of people out there actually do have a lot of obligations, might be family obligations, working obligations, that they have to manage whilst doing the HSC. And let me also say that some of the most remarkable students that I've had have been the ones who have had a lot of commitments because they are super good at managing their time, and they are very efficient, and they're good at just staying in control of all of those facets they need to be mindful of as they navigate their way through the year ahead. So sit down and think day to day, what are my obligations, and make sure you factor in, if you can, that time for recreation, that time for sport. If you are at a school that has incredible facilities and offers a Saturday sport and the time to spend collaboratively with your cohort, take that, because you won't really have that time with your schoolmates back again once you step out of your school environment and at uni. So I think, to add on to the very kind of inspiring stuff that Jonny framed about making the most of your final year in high school, be practical about it. Sit down, work out your obligations, know them on a day-to-day basis, and make sure that you factor in the time that you then will need per subject to achieve your personal goals. You might not be reaching for the 99 ATAR, you might have a different goal that you're reaching, and that's fantastic. It's all about your personal goals as you navigate the year ahead, but make sure you realistically think about what is necessary to achieve those goals, and you very practically work out and categorically work out what needs to be done to get there.
Awesome. Well, I think that wraps up that topic. I hope that helps. If you've got any comments on this topic, please do comment below on the video. If you enjoyed the video, like, subscribe, click the bell again to be notified, and make sure you check out our resources at ignitehsc.com.au. Thank you so much, and we look forward to seeing you in the next video.
See you then.